These customs are peak. Grandpa Clone Customs has been making a name for themselves in the customs world. Each drop, they improve the quality and variety of their products, and October's wave was no exception. Back in July, we got the Umber Operative. This October, we got the Umber Operative, but orange. Fans suggested that the original figure's yellow color was inaccurate to Battlefront 2. GCC, being GCC, pumped out this recolor 2 months later, as well as fixing some controversial designs. At first, I didn't think the original yellow was inaccurate. Now that I have the new one, I can safely say it's an improvement. Another improvement was the removal of the printed pauldron. If you've been watching my videos for even a few months, you'll know that I do not like printed pauldrons. I'd rather have physical accessories instead of a permanent print on my figure. On the topic of physical accessories, the release of the Philo 1st and 187th camo was much needed. Back in May when GCC debuted camos, a lot of
oh yeah, this guy slaps. I love when GCC makes accessories. In fact, it's one of the best things that GCC does, allowing us to build out, OEM Lego, custom Lego, anything we want with more parts, especially cloths that protect the arms, don't push them out like, Capes for Minis does this. This is huge, and these improvements are totally appreciated from the community. In fact, I would love GCC to keep making more camos, more accessories, more printed heads, keep doing backpacks, do fun stuff, stuff like that. I'd love to see GCC do that.
The material used with these camos is superior to any cloth or plastic piece. It's unbelievably durable and thin. This allows for full arm movement with your figures, which as a stop motion animator I find very useful. Whenever I use products like Cape Cantina, I leave my figure's arms slightly forward to prevent stress. With these camos, I don't have to worry about stress or fraying of the camo. Even better, the camos look great on their figures. I'll definitely be getting more of them in the future. I'd also like to get more of these 13th Battalion clones, or as GCC calls them, Mustard Troopers. These clones made their first appearance in Jedi Fallen Order alongside Cal Kestis. Naturally, it feels right to pose them alongside the Brick Daddy and Hello There Rex Fallen Survivor. Other than looking cool next to Cal, GCC really nailed the design. The wraparound pad print on the helmet is very impressive. Details like this that LEGO rarely do is what makes me collect customs. I don't know who asked for her, but this Jocasta Nu figure is awesome. Jocasta is GCC's 4th figure to use a skirt piece, continuing the trend of the front and back printing as well. I'm really satisfied with all the detail GCC got into this figure. Detail is definitely one of GCC's strong suits. Their face designs could be improved though. Most of the faces they've made have been pretty good. Take Jango or Padme's head for example. On the other hand, you've got the Mon Mothma head and now Jocasta's as well. I will say her design is one of the better ones, but regardless it looks a little funky. I'd say the only thing that makes these faces odd are the eyes. Overall, Jocasta is a good figure, and I hope that GCC can improve their face prints in the future. Sabine Season 3 body is a perfect drop for the time we're in. You can take the Sabine from Ahsoka's T6 Jedi Shuttle set and add her head and hair to this body. Ironically, I don't have that figure. So instead I use this Black Widow head, Mandalorian helmet, and some Brick Arms Wester 35s. This obviously isn't accurate to Sabine, but it gets the look down. Later on, I plan on getting the official Sabine head, a CAC Sabine helmet, and a CAC Sabine jetpack. Moving on from how to upgrade this body, the metallic ink everywhere is awesome. I also really like how colorful the body is. It really portrays Sabine well. If you have the 2022 ATTE, you'll love the Waxer and Boyle helmets. For $2.50 each, the pad print on GCC's ABS helmets looks just like what LEGO would do if they made a Waxer and Boyle. GCC also tweaked the orange so that it better matches LEGO. Their orange used to be a little bit more saturated than the official color, but now it's nearly perfect. Anyways, take 2 of your 2 12th troopers, swap out the helmets, and boom. 2 named characters for $2.50 each. If you don't have the ATTE, thanks to the European foil bag, 2 12th clones go for like $5 on Bricklink now. You could get these full figures for $7 each. I really like the direction GCC is going here. Releasing parts as well as figures is a step in the right direction. Huge props to GCC and anyone else doing this. Weathered Rex G2 is hands down my favorite GCC figure to date. It's a close call between figures like V1 Fox or ARC Trooper 5s, but I think Rex takes the cake here. Official parts and arm printing, another step in the right direction. I'm sure you've noticed that GCC has been putting arm printing on almost all their figures recently, which is awesome to see. I think giving a figure arm printing is always a good choice. If the customer doesn't like the arms, they can just swap them out for a plain pair. Now, you may have noticed Rex looks a little naked. To fix that, I gave him a GCC camo, a Cape Cantina Rex pauldron, and some DC-17s I had lying around. Finally, I drilled a hole. Just kidding, we don't do that here. I'm not a barbarian. I'm also just not good at drilling holes. Voila, Peak Captain Rex. Overall, I think GCC is in a great place right now. Their drop rate is speeding up and their fig quality is improving. I think with a couple simple changes to how they operate, GCC will be on top. Well, even more on top than they already are. Before I end off this video, I'd really appreciate you subscribing. I've been a creator on YouTube for 5 years. Recently, I've started to approach 1,000 subscribers. It's my goal to get there by the end of the year, so any and all subscribers are appreciated. I've got some awesome content planned for the remainder of this year, so stay tuned.
ALC out.